Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO44 coming at you with another video. That was a fun basketball game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very different than what I was expecting going into it. You listen to my pre-game video, and then you look at what we actually watched, it was the complete opposite of what I was expecting, and I left a little room for that. I said sometimes when I expect for us to lose, we end up winning by 30. We didn't win by 30, but we did win by 18, and we controlled the basketball game pretty much from start to finish. So let's get into it. First, we'll talk about the quarter-to-quarter thing. The Timberwolves did have a 40-36 lead in the first quarter, and Ant-Man and Luka were going back and forth, hitting shots left and right. It was spectacular first quarter to watch from an offensive perspective. The Timberwolves just had a bit more juice in that first quarter. In the second quarter, we came out, put our defensive players in the game. 32-23, we won the quarter. Introduced Vando and Marcus Smart lineups, and we really found some ways to get some stops. I was concerned about coming out of the locker room the third quarter because we had those issues. It definitely showed up in the last game against Golden State, and we scored 40 points to the Wolves 31 in the third quarter. Had our best quarter of the game in the third. Just more spectacular shot making. We got Ayton involved a little more, got other guys offensively involved, Rui and those guys. And then in the fourth quarter, we won the quarter 20-16. It was a lot of garbage time at that point. We left Luka out there to try to get 50. He missed a free throw, so we ended up with 49. Of course, the game ball goes to the Don, and we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, let's get into the team stats here. Our shooting numbers are pretty dang impressive. 45 of 76, 59% from the field, 12 of 29, 41% from the three, and 26 of 32 for 81% from the free throw line. So that was the Lakers shooting stats. The Wolves 41 of 88 for 46% from the field, 13 of 38 for 34% from the three, and 15 of 21 for 71% from the free throw line. The Wolves won the boards 40-38. They had 15 offensive rebounds to our 7. That was a little bit of a frustration, if anything. It's just how many second chance points we were able to give up, or second chance opportunities rather, in terms of boards. Too many of those. We did not control the glass. Some of our offensive rebounding issues they weren't really issues. We just weren't missing shots, as you can clearly see with the shooting. But overall, we could have did better on the defensive glass for sure. We would love to have done much better there. On the assist category, we got them 26-24. I like the continuity out there. I like the way we were playing together. I like how the ball was popping. We looked good tonight. 6 steals for the Lakers, 4 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 3 blocks for both teams, and 12 turnovers for both teams. We gave up 8 points off of those turnovers, and they gave up 15. So we did a little better than them. Definitely kept our turnovers down. Overall, these are good numbers. It's kind of what you hope to get out of most basketball games, especially against a team that has as good of a defensive unit as the Wolves do. So to only have 12 turnovers, I say we did really good there. 11 fast break points for the Lakers, 6 for the Wolves, 54 points in the paint for the Lakers, 46 for the Wolves. The Lakers only fouled 20 times, which is kind of a lot, but not nearly as much as it had been these last couple of games. And they had 27 fouls, the Wolves did. We were up by 25 at one point, so we definitely appreciate that. And the Wolves had an 11-point lead early on, for which we were able to erase rather quickly. So let's get into the stats here, the box score. Since the Wolves are at the top, we'll just go there. Julius Randle, 26 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 9 of 16 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Very nice shooting night for Julius Randle. 3 offensive boards for him. These are really good numbers for Juju in 30 minutes of play. Jaden McDaniels, 5 of 12 from the field, over 4 from 3, 10 points, 1 block, 2 rebounds. Rudy Gobert only attempted 1 shot, hit actually 2 shots. He hit one of them. 2 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. Kind of quiet tonight for Rudy Gobert. Donte DiVincenzo shot very well. 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. 13 points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. No rebounds for Donte DiVincenzo. Ant-Man, 31 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 11 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. I'm really curious to understand from a Wolves perspective what happened with Ant-Man. And the reason why I say what happened with Ant-Man, because in the first quarter, he was actually out-dueling Luka at one point. Somewhere halfway through the first quarter, he was outdueling Luka, and then Luka continued keeping his foot on the gas. Our team started doing, a little more, started involving ourselves a little more with our role players, and it seemed like Ant-Man just stopped being Ant-Man. I don't really even know what happened because I was looking at it through a Laker lens, so I kind of was just watching my team and enjoying what we were doing. But I thought that was an extremely curious game to where this is the type of game a guy like Anthony Edwards walk away with like 50, 60 points. The way that he was shooting, the way that he was going back and forth. Did he run out of gas? Did he get in foul trouble? He didn't even have any fouls. 0 fouls on the night. Only 2 turnovers. He was shooting obviously well. I don't know why he didn't keep doing what he was doing. I really don't know what happened there. I'm happy it went the way it did, but it's like he just stopped shooting. I don't know. Very strange. Joe Ingles, 0-1 from the 3, 1 assist. Leonard Miller from garbage time, hit his only shot and had a rebound to go along with that. Joanne Berenger had a hell of a dunk and 4 boards in just 5 minutes of play. They got to give him some minutes. Naz Reid had a bad shooting night for a change, and the purple and gold floor underneath him. I never expect for him to play poorly against us. 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. So he helped out in other areas, but this was a bad Naz Reid game, and we need more of those against us. Mike Conley, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 assist, 2 boards. Jalen Clark, I believe his name is. Is it Jalen? Yes, Jalen Clark. He shot pretty well. 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He walked away with 9 points, 1 assist, and 3 boards. Johnny Juzang had a board and a point. Terrence Shannon had a quiet night. He only had 2 boards, 13 minutes of play, 0 of 3 from the field. Bones Highland, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 9 points, 2 assists and 1 steal, and Rob Dillingham checked in the game, got hit in the nose, and checked right back out. 1 minute of play. That's exactly how that went. And for the winners, the Los Angeles Lakers, Rui Hachimura, spectacular shooting. 10 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 23 points, 2 rebounds. This is the type of Rui I want to see. The rebounds could be better. No assists, no steals, no blocks. I'm not happy with those numbers. But this is more like the Rui that I'd hope to see when LeBron's out. Give me some scoring, be efficient scoring. This is Rui at his best. When I tell you guys I don't want to ask Rui to do any of the other things, just score and hit efficiency shots, this is absolutely exactly what I want from Rui. If Rui's doing this every single night, I'll live with it. I do need more boards. I definitely want him to chip in other areas. But this is who Rui is. 10 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That is Rui Hachimura. If anybody who's curious to know who Rui is, that's Rui. That's Rui. That's truly who he is. I know he can chip in other areas, but you judge him by the efficiency of his shooting. There's other guys you judge him by other things. He is a stats guy as it pertains to the scoring column. If he's hitting shots like this, you know you've walked away from a good Rui game. This was a very good Rui game despite him not chipping in anywhere else on the box score. DeAndre Ayton, 15 points, 1 block, 8 rebounds, 7 of 11 from the field. I thought this was also a very good DeAndre Ayton game. I thought his effort on both sides of the floor was strong. I thought he was really helpful in keeping balls alive. I thought he was helpful against guys in the paint. Took some punishment out there from Naz Reid. I thought he handled it very well, slapped hands with Naz Reid. We thought it was going to be a scrum. I don't think I've seen that from too many players too often in this NBA throughout the course of the years. I just thought Ayton was really a class act out there. I thought he played very well, and I don't think that we win this game without his efforts, especially on the boards. And a +9, I think he really helped his team. It just feels good to have a real center out there, to be honest with you. You can see it's a breath of fresh air where you got a guy you can dump the ball to, you can do a jump hook, a guy who can stay in front of a guy like Rudy Gobert and at least creates a little bit of problem for him, that kind of thing. Just a good starting center. It's a breath of fresh air to have him out there. He was great tonight for us. Gabe Vincent, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 5 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Gabe Vincent stood out to me in a different kind of way tonight. I loved his playmaking. And that is not something I've ever said about Gabe Vincent. In fact, I tell you guys he's not a real point guard because he doesn't look for others. But tonight was his best playmaking night that I've seen him do in purple and gold. He was just creating shots for other people by finding passes for them, creating plays for others. And I just thought he did the best job I'd ever seen him do in that regard tonight. So kudos to Gabe Vincent for really chipping in 24 minutes tonight. Austin Reeves, 9 of 15 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 25 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds, a plus 17. Austin was spectacular tonight. 11 assists, 25 points, 7 rebounds. That's the type of Austin All-Star Reeves I've been looking for. Just love what I saw from him tonight. We could not have won if he didn't do that. And once again, I'm saving the best for last because Luka's numbers are so impressive that's just kind of how I want to go about this. Jared Vanderbilt, 2 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 7 rebounds, plus 12, 0-2 from the field, 0-1 from 3. I loved what I saw from Vando on the defensive end. He kept so many balls alive, 50-50 balls, rebounding, defense, giving us extra possessions, just doing Vando things. This was a classic Vando game. And again, another guy we couldn't have won this game without. Jake LaRavia, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 6 points, 1 steal, 1 assist. I thought he was sturdy, and it shows in the plus minus. He was a plus 14. I really like what I saw from Jake LaRavia. Unassuming, but didn't create too many problems at all. Only 2 fouls, 1 turnover. He just makes the right play. He doesn't force anything. He's not trying to do anything outside his wheelhouse. He's just a very, very, very sturdy, do whatever you need me to do kind of guy. And I just love what I'm seeing from Jake LaRavia. I pride myself on being somebody who respects the game in many different facets. And every team needs a Jake LaRavia. Somebody who's not doing too much, but somebody who's going to do exactly what you need him to do. Somebody that doesn't have an ego, but somebody you can trust that'll stay out there and do more if asked to. So it's just a quintessential, a golden role player. And if you have a Jake LaRavia on your team, you're lucky for that. That's what I truly believe. Dalton Connect only attempted 1 3-point shot, did miss it, got a board, only 7 minutes of play. Garbage time minutes, nothing going on there. Christian Coloco had 3 garbage time minutes, did commit a foul, that was it. Marcus Smart led the entire team in plus minus. 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 3 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. Marcus Smart plus 24. He was golden out there in that second quarter. When we put him out there with Vanderbilt, you really saw the greatness, potential greatness that those two can provide us on the defensive end. You just can't take anything away from those guys. I know they don't score a lot, they didn't do a lot in the box score, but those 2 steals that both Marcus Smart and Vanderbilt had were spectacular plays. They make things happen where it doesn't seem like anything's going to happen. They fluster the other team. If I didn't know any better, I would say Marcus Smart pretty much put an end to that Anthony Edwards stuff. Without actually looking at the tape, the last thing I saw Anthony Edwards really do was have the ball stripped away from him by Marcus Smart. And I don't remember him doing much of anything after that. Not to say that would, on a typical night, do anything to Anthony Edwards, because clearly it wouldn't. But just off of my memory and the eye test, when do I remember Anthony Edwards no longer being that guy he was in the first quarter? It was when we put Marcus Smart on him for a couple possessions, and Marcus Smart made good on that. So, yeah, man, it's a different dynamic teams are going to have to deal with when going up against these Lakers, because you have to understand that Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt, when they're on the floor together, are going to disrupt any offense in the league, and I think we got a glimpse of that tonight. And Minnesota had a very different dynamic to have to deal with these Lakers because of who we have on that floor with Ayton, Vanderbilt, Smart, and just overall role-playing support that we got. And then when our stars are playing like this, it's impossible. Luka the Don, man. Oh, of course, I want to mention Bronny James. He came in and missed a shot and picked up a foul in 3 minutes of play. All right, but the man of the hour, man. Luka the Don put up a spectacular line, just like he did in the last one. He broke Jerry West's record for the most points scored by a Laker to start the first 2 games of a season. 49 points tonight, 8 assists, 11 rebounds, 14 of 23 from the field, 5 of 12 from the 3, and 16 of 19 from the free throw line. If he would have hit one more, he'd have got the 50 that he was stayed out on that floor to get, but he missed a free throw. But hey, man, with the type of number he put up in 35 minutes of play, you just gotta tip your hat to Luka the Don, man. I don't really know why anybody would trade this person. As I'm sitting there tonight and I'm watching him do these things, and I'm just seeing him hit shot after shot after shot, create plays out of nothing, make guys look foolish, get to the line at absolute will. I just don't understand why anybody would trade him. Now, mind you, just like the last game, he could play better than this. Some of them shots he missed, he could hit those shots. You know what I mean? He would love to have those 3 free throws back. 5 of 12 from the three-point line is fantastic, but some of those shots just rimmed out. They could have failed. I truly, firmly believe Luka could have very easily had 55, 60 points tonight. I really believe that. Some of those shots that he didn't make probably are going to go in on some nights. The level that he's playing at right now, it's going to be very difficult not to see him as a leading MVP guy. Him and Wemby, if they continue playing the way they're playing, it's going to be a two-man race between those two. And it might be that way for the next couple of years. Jokic, of course, you got to mention as well. But the stuff that Luka's doing right now, I mean, come on, man. The buzz that we had in that arena, you know, it's one of those situations where I can hear someone saying to me, a devil on my shoulder, so to speak, saying, why are you acting like you haven't seen Bron do this? Why are you acting like you ain't seen Bron? You acting like you ain't seen Bron play like this? But it's just a different, you know, it's a new flavor coming in, man. Sure, Bron has put up these numbers. Anthony Davis is putting these numbers too. But it's a different buzz in the arena right now, man. There's a different buzz when you know you have a young superstar putting up these crazy numbers. It's just different. And I'm sure when we get LeBron back, we're going to be a significantly more difficult team to deal with than we are right now. But while LeBron is out, Luka has the freedom to just be himself, and we are seeing what Dallas fans were so upset about when he left. This is one of the best players in the world, man. This is one of the best players in all of basketball. This is one of the best players to ever play the game, if I'm being honest with you. I really believe that. I think he's one of the greatest players of all time already, man. And he's showing us right now what he's capable of. And as I said several videos ago, if you put the right people around this guy, he can win championships all the time, every year. Or at least be in the mix every year, man. And so this is what he was able to do with our roster. If we improve our roster, we know what that looks like. Wins are going to come, man. We were going up against an Anthony Edwards tonight, who in the first quarter looked like he was just as good as Luka. But the difference was Luka kept doing it. Luka didn't stop. Ant-Man stopped. He let his teammates and everybody else kind of just take over from there. Guys like Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels took shots and stuff like that. Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, they all took shots. Luka also allowed for his teammates to do their thing, but still walked away with just significantly greater numbers and significantly a significant win. And granted, we were on our home floor, but this has been my argument, since the start of the preseason. I just think that Luka Doncic and Wemby and Jokic and obviously SGA, of whom I keep forgetting about, but I want to mention him as well. These guys are just a bit more talented than my guy Anthony Edwards. Not to knock Anthony Edwards in any way, but this is kind of my point. It's like they can go to levels that I've yet to see him reach. And even though he is a great player, there's not many players better than him at all. Those four right now, I just don't know if he's on their level yet. And Luka backed my word. He backed my word up by this performance. He just flat out outdueled this young man. And even though you got to give Anthony Edwards all the credit in the world for knocking Luka out of the playoffs, no doubt. But like this just further proved my point. Not to say that it completely proved it, but I think these are one of the performances where you look back and say, this is what Brandon's talking about. Luka's just different. He's a better player. He's a better player than a lot of people. So it's no shame in that. But I'm a believer, man. I think Luka the Don is an untradeable piece, and I don't know how the hell we got him. I really don't. I don't know how we got this guy. I don't know why he's here, but I'm sure happy he is. And like I told you guys yesterday, if you tried to do that trade over again and send me back the stuff that I gave away and add Cooper Flag to it, I'd still give you the finger, because ain't no way I'm moving this guy. It's not happening. Not happening. So that's pretty much what I want to say about that. I don't really think that's the greatest thing to do, by the way, trying to compare people and saying one's better than the other, this and that, and the third. But when you're talking about Pantheon great players and top guys in the league and who's going to be the face of the league, you can't go too far without mentioning Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic. So I chose in this conversation to kind of take a look at that, and I've kind of had that theme on my channel over the last couple of weeks, a week or so, to say I like Ant-Man a great deal, but I don't think he is where Luka is and those other top tier guys. And tonight just furthered my point, man. So that's pretty much what it is out there. Not to knock Ant-Man, who's younger than Luka, who's younger than all those guys, by the way, but not Wemby, whatever. Either way, you get the point, man. Lakers took care of business. It's a regular season game. We're at home. We love all that, and we are 1-1 on the season after this win, which is huge for us, given the fact I was very pessimistic going into this game, thinking that we probably just weren't going to do it. But we did. We got our role players all playing good at the same time, pretty much. We got great games out of Rui, great games out of Ayton, Vando, Smart, Reeves. They all played well. Vincent. They all played well, man. They all played well. I don't think that we got a bad game out of really anyone that we played tonight at all. And they all chipped in the areas that you need them to chip in. You know what I mean? We got the efficiency and the playmaking and rebounding out of Austin. You got Luka doing the superstar thing. You got Vanderbilt playing defense. You got Smart playing defense. You got LaRavia chipping in wherever necessary. You got Rui hitting nothing but shots, super efficient. I mean, that's exactly when you look at what the Lakers are and you say you want to get everything that these guys can give you. Everybody gave you what you want from them. And as a result, we had a big win, 128-110 here in Los Angeles against the Wolves. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got to say. I couldn't be more thrilled. Obviously, the game ball goes to Luka to Don. I'm pretty sure he's going to get in most nights until LeBron comes back at least, because this is his team and it's probably his league if he keeps playing like this, man. And shout out to Austin Reeves for just putting up a fantastically efficient and helpful night, man. I hope he can continue to play this way for the rest of the season, because I really want to see him get his first All-Star appearance. But this is what it's all about, man. Everybody doing what they do well at the same time, and your team is clicking on all cylinders. The arena's buzzing. This is what it's all about, man. And I got to give credit to Prime, the new telecast. I really like listening to Candace Parker, Dwayne Wade, and I believe that's Kevin Harlan there. They were a fun listen tonight. I really enjoyed listening to their telecast. So, yeah, shout out to them. But that's pretty much what it is, man. That is what it is. I loved what I saw tonight. I wish Braun was out there to feel like he's part of this thing, but his body language was much better tonight. Everybody was getting on his case in the last one. He looked great out there. He looked like he was having fun tonight, and we can't wait to get him back out there to run with our guys. So yeah, man, that's really what it's about. Not a whole lot to complain about. This is the Lakers you expect to see, and if we do this 80 more times, I'm pretty damn certain we're gonna be in the playoffs. So that's what it's all about. BDF 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.